Today I'm going to talk to you about Brain Freeze. And Brain Freeze is this really cool gel that the kids love to write in, and it gives them an opportunity to have a multisensory experience while practicing sounds or words for spelling, okay, and dictation. So I want to introduce you to the Brain Freeze. Brain Freeze comes in this baggie like this. So if you're going to create a Brain Freeze tray to write in, you just want to take little teaspoon of Brain Freeze and sprinkle it on the tray. Okay, that's it. That's all you need. Okay, this one bag would probably fill 100 trays. So then you take a cup of water and pour it onto your Brain Freeze. Okay, and pretty soon the Brain Freeze will absorb the water and you'll be ready to write in it. So you might need to prepare it just a few minutes in advance. So right now it just looks like a bunch of water, but pretty soon, I did this about 2 minutes ago to this tray, and we have a full tray of Brain Freeze. There's no longer liquid in this, it's all the Brain Freeze. And so the thing about the Brain Freeze is that it feels really gooey and really gushy, and adults don't like it. And what I tell the adults is that it is not about them, it is about the kids, and the kids absolutely love it. So if you have kids who don't want to write their sight words, they don't want to write their sounds, and you let them write it in Brain Freeze, they will love you forever. The cool thing about it is that if they do spill it, it doesn't matter, it will dry back out into these little granules, and then you just vacuum it up, okay? And you've only lost, this is 1 teaspoon, all right? So if you're gonna dictate in it, it's more about the experience, and you can't really see as well in this as you do in the sand that we also use. But when kids get kind of sick of sand, then you can switch to Brain Freeze, and then they get sick of this, you switch them back, because the brain craves novelty, and novelty will help them to anchor to things that are really important for them to learn, like how to spell the word was, how to spell the word should. Those are those highly frequent words that you can't sound out, and this is great practice. So if we want them to dictate, then what we would do is we would just say was, and they would have to spell W-A-S, spells was. Now, I can see it in here a little bit, but you probably can't from where you are, and a teacher isn't going to be able to tell, but it's just the practice, especially because you're saying the letter names out loud, you kind of know you're doing it. So if the whole class is doing it, then you could say does. Let's spell does. D-O-E-S spells does. And they just like to play in the goo. Let your kids have some fun. Keep yourself from having to repeat these criminal words over and over and over again by letting them have a multi-sensory experience to seal this into their orthographic memories and those mental images in their brain. A couple of great features about the Brain Freeze is, one, it's non-toxic, so we do not recommend anybody eats it. However, no one will die. We also don't recommend that you pour it down the sink because it expands with water, so you want to make sure that when you throw it away, that you throw it away in the trash can. The other thing is, you don't want to seal it into a bag. All you do with these is you just layer them on top of each other like this, and then you just keep putting trays on top, let them air dry out, and then all you have to do is add water again to use them again, and they'll last forever.